It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson in the booth. Greg, you love these games because we've got a marquee matchup at the most important position in sports, the quarterback spot.
And these are the matchups that everyone is excited to tune in, right? When the schedule comes out and you go down and you look up, all right, who's playing who, what quarterback matchups. This is one early in the offseason that you circle. The opportunity to see two marquee Hall of Fame potential quarterbacks on the same field together. We all know the reality of this league, Mike. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And both these guys under center today, when they come out of that tunnel every single weekend, their team knows as long as he's in the huddle with us, we got a shot.
Eric Gray to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third down and a few inches. A carry here for Tracy. Good job on the ground to pick it up. Mark it at the 38 and move those chains. First down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he'll work this down inside the 35. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Russ. He'll get that complete right side. It's Bellinger. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Open man, right side. He's got it. He is in. Malik Neighbors Touchdown, Giants. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
For so many years, Mike, the conversation was, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL? And I think now, after winning back-to-back Super Bowls 3 and 4 years, it's not so much, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL now? It's, is he entering the conversation as being one of the best quarterbacks of all time? I certainly am one of those people that believe that's the case. He has a chance through the rest of his career, now not even being 30 years old, to accomplish a lot of things that are unheard of at the NFL level.
He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll be second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Third and long. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On fourth down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Giants offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter. And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
On second down, here's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Wilson will throw again. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Play action. Now, Wilson. He runs with it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Going to return this from the 10. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense ready to take over for their second possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And to pick up 3 or maybe 4, Andrew Phillips in on the tackle. Third down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On first down, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and we'll bring up third down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Giants leading this one early. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Now, Mahomes. That's complete. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. First down throw there is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Mahomes back. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
To the goal line and in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Chiefs.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 10-7. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Finding his tight end, Bellinger. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Open man, that's Slayton. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll get about 2. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Here's 3rd and 2. Wilson now, off the bootleg. Open man, left side, he's got it. 17 yards that time for number 17.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's Wilson. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A run on 1st and goal to the 5-yard line. Second and goal. They'll go with him again. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Gano on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Giants will get out in front, 17-7. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Mahomes. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
And I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. First and 10. Right back to the air from Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 10. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll run again. And Mahomes going to protect himself here. He's going to slide and get down, and he's got that first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield, take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
That's complete to Rice. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Five yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. To throw is Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Another one from the 5, second down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Rashee Rice, touchdown KC. And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Gray gonna return it. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Second and 7. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
He manages to get the throwaway and completes it.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's 1st and 10. That is caught. It's Robinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
2nd down and 3. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. What a run. He brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants will go up by 7. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Pacheco. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Tyler Nubin is there for the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Mahomes, as smart as they come, hits the deck, but he's got the 1st down. 10 yards to pick up there, and that'll get him a new set of downs.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First down throw, Mahomes. Right back to Brown. He's got it again.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Mahomes back. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He's going to keep it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
2nd down and 8. Throwing is Mahomes. Looking middle. He's got Kelsey. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
A first down throw for Mahomes. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They put Kelsey in motion. Rice open. He's got it. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. To throw is Mahomes. Over the top, he's got it. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. He'll run with Tracy. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, Giants. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken, Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Mahomes now to throw again. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. Right back to the air for Mahomes. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best 1st down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And the Chiefs are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And it's a touchdown! They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. This fielded at about the 9. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here's 2nd down and 3. Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before 3rd and inches. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Throwing again, Wilson. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
So now, Graham Gano, the veteran, in another pressure spot. This to win the game. And he has missed this one. No good. And this game, in all likelihood, is headed to overtime.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Here's 1st down. Mahomes back. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 2. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Mahomes on 1st down. That's caught by Hunt. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And It's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime. So, the opening drive of overtime yields 3. Can the opponents respond? They receive the kickoff now. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. Trent McDuffie right there with the tight defensive coverage.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he's not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. He'll try to run for it. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now Russ. A short one there to Bellinger. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Wilson lines up in the pistol. And is caught. It's Robinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
They go play action now. Wilson, that is caught at the 3. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
On the ground, here's Tracy. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
So they've been stopped twice at the 1. Can they break through here? And it's intercepted! That ought to seal it! Picked off by Brian Cook.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.